What is good, guys? Back here on Wrestling Nature. And I would like to talk about John Cena's heel run right now. How do y'all feel about John Cena's heel run right now? I think I think for the time being at the Elimination Chamber, when he turned heel, it is still one of the biggest moments of the year that not a lot of people seen coming. But after the Elimination Chamber, we still haven't gotten a reason to why he did it. Now, I'm sure with Rollins, Heyman, and Braun, we're going to get an explanation, right? They got Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman's going to give his explanation. But I think with John Cena, it's just, coming out and he's saying, hey, this has been a dysfunctional relationship for 25 years. I did everything I could to put smiles on people's faces. I did what I could for the people for 25 years. And for 25 years, they've been booing, cheering, yelling, Cena sucks, let's go Cena, all in the same breath. And it's understandable, right? Like, his heel turn has been fairly understandable. But in that same sense, in that same scenario, right? Here we are, couple months after the Elimination Chamber. He then feuds with Cody Rhodes. He had maybe 3, 4 appearances with Cody Rhodes. And I really was expecting the match at WrestleMania to be a lot more. But before we get to that, let's just talk about the appearances, right? He showed up on Raw a couple of times, right? And he comes out there, he attacks the crowd. He comes out there and he's insulting the crowd. I mean, and just like he did this past SmackDown last night, he pretty much said, hey, I've been more of a father to your kids than you've ever been to some of the fans. And I understand this whole John Cena heel turn because it's pretty much him turning on the fans, not turning on a tag team partner, not turning on the company itself. He's turning against the fans. The same fans that, wanted more John Cena and pushed John Cena to the moon when he started getting good reactions. But I need a little bit more out of this. I need him to explain why, go into deep detail why he wanted to side with The Rock. Because, yes, he's turning heel against the crowd, but this wasn't just a crowd thing. This was a Travis Scott, The Rock type of thing that they were also involved in, which is why a lot of people were mad that The Rock was not involved in WrestleMania. And I think personally, right, that we need to dabble a little more into that. Now, hopefully, with this Randy and Cena feud, we can get something out of that. We need The Rock to show up and also, give his sides on why he chose Cena and not Cody. Now, I'm pretty sure if The Rock was to show up, it would be more of a, hey, I wanted Cody and Cena. Cody turned. He wasn't trying to, get with the group. So here we go. Cena was option number 2. And I love the whole, there's always a plan B, dating back to when the Shield imploded. I love when there's a plan B because the plan B never really is expected. It's never expected. So since there was a plan B, I need there to be some explanation. And like I said, hopefully this feud can do it. But with this whole, Cody Cena run, Cody had to carry this feud by himself. He had to come out and say things for 5-10 minutes of a promo. And then that's it. He had to pretty much just go out there and say, hey, I'm going to do my best to pretty much keep this title away from Cena. Don't really know how much more he can do. And then let's just get into the WrestleMania match. The WrestleMania match itself was terrible. It was terrible. Because if you look at last year's WrestleMania, right? It took Roman, The Rock, Jimmy Uso, and Solo to try to keep Cody away from winning the belt. But then you had Cody, you had Cena, you had Jay, and you had The Undertaker on the other side, all trying to dethrone Roman. And I just believe that if you do something like John Cena's heel turn, you could have done something more. You could have had Randy come out and RKO Cena, even though he had a match earlier in the night. You could have... Stone Cold Steve Austin was there. He could have came out and hit a stunner on Travis Scott. There was so much more you could have done. And like, even if it was Stone Cold coming out and stunning Travis Scott, it would have been a moment. It would have been funny and hilarious, but it would have added a little more. You know how many spears and Superman punches and rock bottoms and chair shots that Cody took last year? And then how many crossroads it took and the near falls that happened last year? This was just a very, very lackluster Mania match that was built off the back of Cody and one Cena heel turn. And Cena showed up for a couple of dates when they were on the European tour. But that's not enough. This is the lead up to Mania. With Mania, we need you here every week, every day. Like SmackDown and Raw if need to be. Cody was on SmackDown and Raw. He showed up, which that's the Cody Rhodes way, is showing up, doing everything that he's asked. And Cena was there for literally the European tour. And that's about it. And then he did show up on the Raw after Mania, and before Mania, and the SmackDown before Mania. So I'm really, really concerned on this whole Randy and Cena feud. Now, hopefully Cena shows up a lot more. I know he only has like 26 dates now, based off of this past SmackDown. He has 26 more dates left. Hopefully, they don't use all 26 of those before like November and December. I would like them to like spread this out. But Cena needs a better heel run. Because he just turned heel, said he's going to ruin wrestling. He's going to take the title, be the last world champion, and has shown up a couple of times. So, I would like to know what y'all's thought process is on Cena's heel turn. And I'll see you on the next one. I'm out, y'all. Deuces.